You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station. Wake up, Germantown. It's 62 degrees outside on this Monday, April 10th. I'm Caleb Suggs. Here are your top stories this morning. The world is still reacting from the U.S. missile attack on Syria this past Thursday. Being the first military action of the U.S. against the Syrian government, it was in response to the Assad regime's use of chemical weapons against civilians. One of the biggest reactions is Russian President Vladimir Putin, calling this bombing an act of aggression and a serious blow to U.S.-Russia relations. The UN Security Council held an emergency meeting on Friday to discuss the missile strike and its global implications. The White House has received support from the Senate. However, critics of this action wonder if the president should have discussed this action with Congress before moving forward. A 4-year-old boy meets the donor who saved his life. This past weekend, 4-year-old Jordan Terry was able to meet Victoria Myers, the woman who gave her kidney to save his life. Jordan, who was born prematurely, suffered from kidney problems, which escalated until he needed a complete transplant. Although the family desperately tried to find a donor, it was through a mutual friend that they met Victoria. 2 years after the successful surgery, the two families have met and wish to remain tied in the future. New York just became the first state in the nation to make tuition-free schooling for middle-class students. The Excelsior Scholarship will be eligible to any undergraduate student wishing to attend a State University of New York or City University of New York if their families earn less than $100,000 a year. Those eligible will still be on the hook for the cost of fees, room, and board. Students must take 30 college credits each year to be eligible. If you're interested in learning about this scholarship or more about schooling in the Big Apple, you can go to www.ny.gov. Taking a look around the town, SCS wrapped up the 5th annual SAVE conference. Wake Up Germantown reporter Deborah Noel and videographer Andres Williams were there to cover it.
Friday, more than 600 Shelby County School students gathered to discuss how to fight against violence in their schools and communities. It was part of the annual Students Against Violence Everywhere conference. Students spent the day attending workshops aimed at encouraging, educating, and empowering them to take a stand when they see violence nearby.
We also have workshops dealing with social biases. We have workshops dealing with drama queens and drama kings on social media. And then we also dealing with lesson learned. Like, what have you learned from some of the events that you've been involved in? Because so many of our kids are, they're exposed to violence.
It tells you not to judge other people. It opens your eyes. It makes you see things in a different light and understand different perspectives.
SAVE was started 5 years ago after a college student was murdered. It has since grown to more than 1 million students nationwide. Reporting for Wake Up Germantown, I'm Deborah Noel.
Prom produces some of the most memorable moments in everyone's high school experience. But the price tag on that wonderful evening can be a tad bit shocking. That's why GHS is holding a prom drive. You have any gently used items such as prom dresses, suits, ties, shoes, or anything else of that nature. Place your donations in a bag with your name and grade level on it, and a box in either M or C office by Monday, April 17th. Recently, Couture Cares and Shelby County Schools teamed up to help young ladies and their families put together the night's outfits. Wake Up Germantown reporter Deborah Noel and videographers Jalen Dotson and Jason Harris took a look at their finished product.
Let's go. I want you guys to face the camera. Face the camera. Let's go.
Once again, it's time for one of the biggest events in high school life, prom. The special evening when girls in colorful gowns and boys in tuxedos join together to dance the night away.
According to money.cnn.com, families usually spend around $700 for prom each year. Well, this year, that money is expected to increase to around $1,000. So, Shelby County Schools is teaming up with Couture Cares' Her Prom Closet to help provide beautiful prom dresses for senior girls for free.
This event is actually in our 4th year, where we knew there were a need for girls to actually get prom dresses, so we decided to bring a group of people together to start collecting dresses, accessories, and shoes, and we made it an annual event to actually make it a giveaway for these young ladies to be able to come to this event and receive those items free of charge.
Rock it, wear it, give it is Couture Care's well-known motto. The dresses are donated by families across the tri-state area who want girls to experience the same thrill of picking a dress for prom.
So we just want to take a little bit of that stress off of them, take a little bit of the stress off of the families, off of the girls. They get to choose their prom dresses, they get to get accessories, they get to get purses and shoes, all of those things, so they can be the belle of the ball at the prom.
When I was sitting down looking at them, it didn't look this full. And then when I went up there, I was like, wow, there's so many dresses to choose from.
Couture Cares and Shelby County Schools' goal was to not only provide the girls with prom attire, but also hoped to create a lasting impression on their confidence and self-esteem.
So Shelby County Schools, one of our biggest goals is to just level the playing field for everyone. We want to make sure that every child receives not only a quality education, but has a quality of life that is equitable to everyone else.
This is a great opportunity, and one day that I hope that I could do the same thing for other people.
Thank you so much for putting your time and effort in this. You didn't have to do it, but you did. So thank you so much, because, you know, minorities and younger people, we needed this, you know, and it's something great for this event.
At the end of the day, it's all about fulfilling the girls' dreams of attending prom in style. And hopefully this event will award the young ladies not just beautiful dresses, but also the lesson of giving and gratitude. Reporting for Wake Up Germantown, I'm Deborah Noel.
I'm Scarlett Simpson, here with a special edition of Flick Picks, where we give you a preview of some of the comedy movies opening soon at the box office. First up, we have something for a mature audience. Baywatch is a comedy involving a devoted lifeguard named Mitch Buchanan who butts heads with a brash new recruit. Together, they uncover a local criminal plot that threatens the future of the Bay. Next up, we have a British romantic comedy called Their Finest. With London emptied of men now fighting at the front, Catherine Cole lands herself a job writing copy for propaganda films that need a woman's touch. Her natural flair quickly gets her noticed by dashing movie producer Buckley. With the country's morale at stake, Catherine, Buckley, and their crew work furiously to make a film that will warm the hearts of a nation. As bombs are dropping all around them, Catherine discovers there is as much drama, comedy, and passion behind camera as there is on screen. Next up, we have Smurfs, The Lost Village. In this fully animated new take on the Smurfs, a mysterious map sets Smurfette and her best friends Brainy, Clumsy, and Hefty on an exciting and thrilling race through the forbidden forest filled with magical creatures to find a mysterious lost village before the evil wizard Gargamel does. Every day this week, we are giving you a chance to win 2 free Malcolm movie passes if you can answer our daily trivia. Here's today's question. Which famous pop star plays Smurfette in the new movie Smurfs? Is it A, Pink, B, Katy Perry, or C, Christina Aguilera? If you think you know the answer, write your name, phone number, first period teacher, and the correct answer on a sheet of paper and turn it into the contest box in C office before 2 p.m. today. And now, here's today's viral video. A construction worker whose hard work causes more work itself. That's it for me. I'm Scarlett Simpson, and hopefully I'll see you at the movies.
Now let's find out what Germantown High School students and teachers need to know. Donna Mitchell brings us today's school news.
Thanks, Caleb. The annual Chick-fil-A Leadership Dodgeball Derby will be Saturday, April 22nd. Each team can have up to 10 players and the cost is $10 per person. All proceeds will go to the Dorothy Day House. There will be cash prizes for the winning team. See Mrs. Reasons, Mrs. Tucker, or a Chick-fil-A member for more information. True Blue Memphis applications for the 2017-2018 school year are now in the guidance office. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Staunton. Interviews will be conducted on Wednesday, April 26th. Minorities in Matters Club will meet today. There will be a general meeting for the NAACP today after school in Mr. Macarino's room in upstairs V building. Attention all CLIC members. There will be a speaker today from 2:15 to 3 o'clock in Mrs. Terrell's room A216. There will be a General Rho Kappa meeting this Wednesday immediately after school in Mrs. Nelson's room A206. Attention Beta Club seniors. Check the updated Beta roster today to see if you're eligible for honor courts. All seniors should verify the list even if you think you're okay. Make sure you watch this week's edition of Crosstalk, as our host Sarah Mayers will discuss ethics in journalism with industry experts, anchor Joe Birch, reporters Zach Crenshaw and Jennifer Pinole, and radio host Sam Nugget Johnson. Crosstalk, which is student hosted and produced, can be seen each week on GHS-TV.org at 9:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Mondays and Thursdays, and 12:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Sundays. And finally, today's lunch will include chicken sandwich, barbecue pork sandwich, entree salad, fresh fruit, chilled fruit cup, and milk. That's all the school news for today. Caleb, back to you.
Thanks, Dinah. Now let's get an update on the world of sports, both here in Germantown and beyond. Kennedy Harris has today's sports report.
Thanks, Caleb. Our boys soccer team is in full swing for the season. On Friday, they faced Sheffield in a heated matchup that ended with the Red Devils on top. The game was in Germantown's favor from start to finish, with junior Abid Kita scoring 2 goals at the end. The game ended with a score of 3-0. You can catch our Red Devil soccer team in action again tomorrow when they play Christian Brothers at 7 p.m. Be there and wear red. Moving on to the Diamond Turf, the Lady Red Devil softball team is also in constant action. On Friday night, they had a tough contest against Central High School. The game was a great one for the ladies, and as the game winded down, it got even better. By the end, Germantown took it home with a score of 12-7. The Lady Red Devils compete tonight in a rivalry game against Houston. This would be a good one that you don't want to miss, so be at Red Devil Field at 4:30. In the world of baseball, the Red Devils just came off a trip to Clarksville last week. On Friday, they played and fell to the Clarksville Wildcats with a score of 13-3. This was the latter of 2 games that Germantown played in Clarksville, both ending in losses. The next baseball game is Thursday against rival Houston. The game starts at 7:30, so be there and wear red. Now turning to some NBA action. Our hometown Memphis Grizzlies are wrapping up the regular season this week. Last night, the Grizzlies played the Detroit Pistons in a battle that the Pistons took home. The game was in Detroit's favor after halftime when they started hitting bucket after bucket, outscoring the Grizzlies by 22 in the second half. The game came to an end with Detroit winning 103-90. This is a disappointment to Grizz fans as the playoffs start very soon. The last game of the season is on Wednesday against the Mavericks, so you can catch it at 7 on Fox Sports Southeast. That's your look at the world of sports. Caleb, back to you.
So Kennedy, with the season finally coming to the close for the Grizzlies, how do you expect them to play in this final game before the playoffs?
Well, Caleb, the Grizzlies have already clinched a spot in the playoffs, but I expect them to still play hard to get a win in this final regular season game.
Well, that should be exciting. Thanks, Kennedy. Taking a look at this week's weather. Tuesday, there is a small chance of afternoon thunderstorms with a high of 70 degrees and a low of 58. Wednesday, expect partially cloudy skies with a high of 79 degrees and a low of 57. That's all the news from around the world and here at home. From all of us here at GHS-TV, thanks for starting your morning with us. Have a great day.
For those who wish to participate, please stand and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In accordance with state law, Germantown High School will now observe a moment of silence. Thank you, and have a great day.